Hey team, just want to send out a quick update on a few things this summer and some events that are unfolding for the fall. First thing I want to touch on are our road trip / memorable experiences. Got a lot of good feedback. We got some people going west, going to the beach down south, going to lake houses, everything in between. Remember, you can access donations that have been raised for Beach Project or CCP if you fill out the JOT form in the email I sent out last week. Also, I recognize there's a lot of people who are nervous and worried because of the recent uptick of COVID-19. We don't want you to do anything that you feel like might jeopardize your health, so don't feel like you got to do anything overnight. What you could do is go visit a student in your personal ministry that's in your hometown, and you could interact with them, and you can do it in a safe, socially distant way. You can wear a mask, you can hang out outside, you can do a picnic, you can stay 6 feet apart and go fish. There's a lot of different creative things you can do to demonstrate to these students that you care and value the relationship, but you're also staying safe and avoiding any exposure to the virus. So get creative, find a way. It doesn't have to be an elaborate trip, but at least do something that gets you out of your campus town and interacting, engaging relationally with students in your ministry. Okay, second thing I want to mention is this: as we look forward to the fall semester, I've already had this conversation with our campus directors, but we are in the process of adjusting, more specifically, simplifying our campus plans. So as I've looked at our campus calendars, here's what I've realized, is that because most schools are ending at Thanksgiving break and making the shift from in-class to online learning, we have each campus has somewhere in between 66 and 69 days on campus. So that's significantly less than we're used to, and that's best case scenario. That's assuming that there's not an outbreak on your campus. So for that reason, going into the fall, you guys probably already know this, but plan on being aware of just the health risk. You're probably going to have to wear a mask on campus. You're probably going to have to stay socially distant from students that you're meeting with. The more meetings and appointments you can have outside, the better. This also means minimal macro events. Some of our campuses are putting caps on the group size for our gatherings. So it is highly unlikely that we have any sort of campus meeting, any sort of large group social, or any type of retreat. What that means is we've got to, this fall, emphasize grassroots ministry. So I'm talking about small group Bible studies, small groups of prayer, small group discipleship. So this is going to be a semester that is great. It's going to refine us as an organization, because sometimes I love what we do on Beach Project and New Year's Conference and our weekly meetings, but there are times where we feel like we can just throw students into the ministry machine. Well, that's going to be taken away from us this fall. What we're going to have to do is rely on spiritual multiplication. So this is what Jesus used. This is our method. We're going to rely on the power of multiplication. We really got to work on forming a student-led movement if we're going to reach the rest of our campus, because it's all going to happen in small groups. So some of you guys are probably wondering, in light of that announcement, how we're going to have minimal macro events. What does that mean for New Year's Conference? We've made the decision to cancel the traditional New Year's Conference, so we are not going to do something with CO Memphis and CO Baton Rouge. Best case scenario, we're looking at doing something either by region, by area, or by campus when school gets out. But once again, as you've learned during COVID-19, we are constantly adjusting, and we are planning each and every week accordingly. So here's what you need to know right now. The traditional New Year's Conference in Chattanooga has been canceled. Best case scenario, we're hoping to do something within CO Birmingham, either by campus, area, or region. We'll have more details to follow. Okay, last thing I want to mention, just before the semester kicks off, I know some of you are probably thinking about vacations. Make sure that you email, not text, not call, not mention casually. Email your supervisor those dates. The policy for our vacations are below. Make sure that we can just keep track of who's taking off so that we can plan accordingly. All right, that's it. You guys have a great week. Can't wait to see y'all at Staff Fellowship in Talladega.